Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to make an envelope with the We Are Memory Keepers punch board, envelope punch board. This one is probably a little older. There are some different colored ones floating around and lots of different companies make an envelope punch board. You've seen that I use my scoreboard to make envelopes. If you're not familiar with that, I'll put my envelope playlist in the description of this. But my friend has this envelope punch board and she's wondering about how to use it, so I thought I'd make a video and share with you guys too. First and foremost, I typically use an 8-inch piece, but the instructions, which are right on it, which is super nice. So if we wanted to make a 3x3 card, it would tell us how big the paper had to be, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. If we want to make an A2, it tells us 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. That is kind of handy. I mean, that's one thing nice about having an envelope punch board. If we just want to sit down and make a bunch of super cute little 3x3.5 note cards, we have the measurements for the envelopes right there. No trial and error, no messing around. So that is fun. I have a piece of tattered paper here that is thin. I typically like to use a fun patterned paper for my envelopes. If I'm going to be mailing it, I'm careful that it's not too dark unless I have a really nice white pen handy. And I'm going to cut it 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. Easy, easy. And that gets rid of those tattered bent corners. This one's bent. And if you're just learning, start with your less favorite and thinner paper. It's a little easier to work with. As you get into thicker cardstock, it gets a little harder. And so A2 is just a basic card like this that you see us make quite a bit. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so now I have my 8 1/8 by 8 1/8 square piece of paper. The directions are right here, step by step, on the punch board. The thing that's a little tricky is once you start making your envelope, you're covering that up. Okay, so first select a card size, then trim the paper to the proper paper size. We've done that. Then align the left edge to score line measurement. Okay, down here it says for an A2, our score line, this is the column right here, our score line measurement is 3 3/4 inches. So we're going to align the left edge to the score line measurement. 3 3/4, just double checking. There we go, 3 3/4. Okay, we did it. Align the left edge, punch and score. So now I've put it in the punch board. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you and move this cutter because we don't need the cutter anymore. So I have it aligned, 3 3/4. I punch. I'm going to pull that back out just so you can see what that did. Makes this little divot right here. So we're going to end up like this picture. I'm going to put it back in, hopefully line it up. This, I already took it out. In this scoreboard is right here. You just pull it out, and if you put it back in, you'll never lose it. You know I'm not going to do that. Then this score line right here goes right up on the inside edge of this. And I just know that because I looked at it and I made an envelope before I turned the camera on. So I'm going to put this, I'm always going to put my scoring tool right against the edge. I'll line it back up where it was, 3 3/4. Put it right there and drag it along that tray. Not too hard because this is thin paper. Then this is where it gets a little tricky and you have to read it and think about it. I have my paper right where it was. I'm holding it. Rotate the paper 90 degrees counterclockwise. So I'm going to take this piece of paper, I'm going to go 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, we did it. Then align the score mark with the score guide. This is my scoring mark. This is my score guide. So I'm going to push this piece of paper back up in here until that mark aligns with the score. You see that? Right there. Now, I'm going to read you the next direction. Repeat steps 4 and 5 for all corners. 4 is punch and score. 5 is rotate 90 degrees. So we're going to punch and score. Okay. Then we're going to pull it out. We're going to go counterclockwise 90 degrees. we're going to line it up with that same thing, just like we did. We don't care about this anymore. We're lining this up with this because we rotated it the 90 degrees counterclockwise like it said. And we push and we score. Okay, then we pull it out. We rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. We line this up same way. Okay, put it back down. Oh, did I punch? I don't think I did. And score. And it doesn't matter if you punch first or score first. Okay, ta-da! Then we have our envelope. Then I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it this way. If you turned it upside down, if your printed paper was the other way down, it would be a little easier to fold it, but it wouldn't be as cute for you guys because you would have been looking at the white. Then you just put some glue or tape, whatever you have. If you want to use wet glue, you can use wet glue. I'm going to use this tape because I have it handy and it tears nice. Don't put your adhesive all the way up to the corner right here. In fact, that one's probably a little far because you're probably going to want to cut that out. It depends. I almost always mess it up. I'll show you one right here. I got it really crooked, so then I tried to straighten it out. Maybe if you just want to be quick and simple, you're going to leave that there. I don't think it's the end of the world if you do, but I'm going to peel off the adhesive, show you what it looks like. And there you go. There's our envelope. Super, super cute. Love that paper. I didn't love this one. I liked the front of it, but I didn't like the fact that back here, it looked like there wasn't even, it just looked weird because this side didn't have a change in pattern. This one I love. Super cute. You can seal these. You can glue them closed. Like if you're going to mail them in US mail, you can put mail there. You can use washi. You could use a sticker. If you're just giving it to somebody who might like to craft too, maybe you won't stick it at all, or you'll just use washi so they can recycle it. However you want to do it. If it's a big deal to you, take a pair of scissors, try and line them up kind of like that, and just do it really slow. And cut this little tiny square out. There you go. So you have your V, whichever way you like it. There's no right or wrong. We're going to make one more envelope, and this time I'm going to use the reverse punch on the back of the envelope punch board so you can decide which way you like your envelopes and which way you want to make them. So here's the first one where I didn't round the corners, and this is an 8 1/8 by 8 1/8 sheet of paper. Just like last time, we're going to make the same exact size envelope, same paper, and then you can look and see. I'm going to flip it over this time just because it'll be easier for me to fold, and then if you need to rewind and fast forward, you'll know we're on the second envelope when you see the white side up. So we've cut our paper. We are going to align it to the score line measurement, which for an A2 card is 3 3/4. We're going to pull this tool out. Okay, so 3 3/4, and we punch and we score. And then we turn it counterclockwise 90 degrees. Okay, and we align it with the guide right here on the score line, just like last time. I'm going to zoom you in better and hopefully you can see on that white. We line it up. Then we put the tool in right at the edge. We score. We punch. We repeat counterclockwise. Line it up. Score. Punch. Counterclockwise. Line it up right here. Punch. Score. Okay, so now we're right where we were last time. Gotta zoom you back out. There we go. got you zoomed back out. So we could begin folding, but instead we're going to round the corners. So back here, we're going to take this and pop it in here and push this down. And see, it's a built-in corner rounder. If you have a corner rounder that you like better and you don't want to use this one, you could also do that. So there we have dog intermission. Now we have all of our corners rounded. We'll set it down, fold, fold, fold it all up. Now, if you wanted to leave that centerpiece right there, it would be rounded. It's actually off a tiny bit, makes me crazy. There we go. So if you don't want to deal with cutting out the middles, I do like the rounded corner. And then you get, only two of your corners really show. And then you get the rounded corner right here. So just slight differences. Maybe you like a cleaner, straighter look. Maybe you want to round the corner and then leave that so you don't have to cut out the center. We'll go ahead and glue it together just so you can see. Again, don't put glue on that point even if you're going to leave it there, because you will be gluing your envelope closed. There you go. So that's what it would look like if you use the corner rounder on the back, and this is what it looks like if you don't. And I don't think it's that big of a difference. So either way, I'm gonna round this off a little. It's a little messy. Either way is just fine. So if you have an envelope punch board, take it out and use it. If you don't, you do not have to run out and buy one. You can watch my envelope playlist for other ideas. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody's having a great day, and come back again. Bye-bye.